should have been gone. God knows I should have been gone. You got me crying, baby. Crying on a killing blow. Oh, I should have quit you, baby. Hopped the train down to Mexico. I should have left you, baby. When my best friend come for me. I should have left you, baby. When my best friend come for me. I wouldn't be standing here tonight, y'all, crying on a killing blow. Welcome to Blab. That is my main man, Chainsaw Dupont and Blues Warriors. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, how's everybody doing? How about it? Let's give a hand for the band. Yeah, yeah, man. You cats are swinging, man. Y'all swinging. Hey, you know, I was told by my, as a matter of fact, you know, wait a minute, I'm getting this feeling of deja vu. I don't know, well, anyway. You know, I was told by the producer of the show that maybe I should try to do a couple of jokes, and so this is my feeble attempt at that, okay? You know, the Barbie and Ken, you know the Barbie and Ken dolls? Well, you know, every year they come out with a whole new brand new Barbie. I will say every decade there's a whole new Barbie set up. Well, Barbie in the 60s, she came with bell bottoms, you know what I mean, tie-dyed pants, you know, the little hair and the ponytail and all that stuff. And then in the 70s, yeah, this is a good one. And then in the 70s, she came out with her little power suit and she became a woman of the 70s and she was ready to go. Well, now in the 90s, there's a divorced Barbie and she comes with Ken's things. Oh, man, I just hear the rafters, and they're just shaking. Well, anyway, welcome to Blab. We're going to have a show, actually, very similar to the show that we did here not too long ago. This is about blues. We got a young man who's going to come out and talk to us about a university, the Blues University. His name is Mr. Steve Pesak. You want to come on out here, Steve? Yes, indeed. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, man.
Good to see you again, man. Yes, indeed. Tell me, what you been doing these last few days since the last time I saw you? I saw you personally.
I've been cleaning house.
Cleaning house?
Yeah.
Not bad. Matter of fact, here, why don't we bring my man in here? Come here, come here, come on in here. This is Chainsaw. Chainsaw. You guys, there you go, there you go. You guys have, if I'm correct, you guys both work with the Blues University, is that right?
True.
Yeah.
David's actually teaching guitar. We just started doing, we were doing history classes, and a lot of people requested to learn how to play.
Okay.
So he's teaching guitar now.
Good, good. I'll tell you what, we're going to go over here sound. I'll tell you what, we're going to get back with you in a little bit, okay?
Okay.
All right, man, come on, let's have a seat and let's chat for a while. After all, this is Blab. Yes, indeed. So, tell me, what might the good folks in TV land want to hear about the university? Give us a rundown on what it brought it to be and all that good stuff.
Right. Well, originally I started doing the classes out at a club called Rosa's.
Okay, I know that.
Which is out on Armitage.
Right.
And basically we had a Sunday night that we couldn't do anything with. It was kind of slow. So we decided to do something that would not only be educational but be entertaining as well.
Cool.
And we figured that it would be something that would draw people out even on a Sunday night because it would be so unusual.
Yeah.
And originally we just started getting guest speakers coming in talking about different aspects of blues, but I couldn't find anybody to teach the Delta blues segment, so I ended up teaching that myself.
Oh, really? So are you a musician, or are you just talking about the history of Delta?
I'm really a writer, basically. I'm working on a novel that'll probably come out in 2001.
Is that right? Will it be called Mr. Big Does the Blues?
Maybe. No, actually, the Mr. Big book will come out. I'm doing a guidebook on Chicago blues that will come out much sooner than that.
Oh, is that right?
But that's going to come out under the Blues U moniker as well.
Okay.
I'm kind of doing a lot of different projects under Blues University because I think it's really important for people to appreciate that this is the taproot of almost everything you hear on the radio today.
The blues is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear a lot of jazz guys say that, you know, if a guy is trying to play jazz and he doesn't know the blues, then he ain't going to play jazz very well.
Yeah, and
You know
I think that's true because it's basically the same kind of progressions. There's just a certain point in history when jazz became art music, and blues stayed kind of as more of an entertainment or vocal type of music.
And okay, would it be safe to say that it's like black folk art music?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, it's one of only a few really, I think, indigenous folk music traditions in this country.
I got a question for you. This is in line with what we're talking about, but there's been some organizations that I've been involved with that are trying to get more African-American people involved in something that perhaps they should have been involved with long ago. Now, I'm going to bring this, you know, to the blues. There you go, out with it, with the Blues U. Is it hard to get black people involved in it? And if they are not, why don't you think they are?
Well, because, you know, that's part of the reason I'm doing this, too, is the image that blues has been given through the years has been awful. I mean, there's two ways that people approach the history of the music. One is, I think, a very demeaning, I have two names for it. One of them I won't say in polite company, but it's generally the noble savage kind of theory, where guys like Alan Lomax, who did a lot of history, will kind of make people out to be some kind of idiot savant. You know, where these guys weren't really intelligent, they just had a natural talent. It's like when they say Walter Payton's a great athlete and say Joe Montana is just very smart.
Okay, so then it's safe to say then that black people perhaps have been turned off by the bad press, so to speak.
Yeah, I think so. People, you know, if I was in a situation where my whole culture was being demeaned by a presentation of the music as slave music, you know, that's basically the way it's been presented through the years.
Or jungle music.
Yeah, and it's also, it's fostered through the way that it's used in commercials and in movies. There's very rarely a good face put on the music, I see, in media.
You know, that brings something to my mind because whenever I hear, like, say, Dixie music that predates the 30s, say back in the 20s, you know what I always think about? I always think about those old cartoons, you know, the animals all be dancing, and you know what I mean, they got the big lips and the whole thing. And that's a terrible image for such a high level of music, you know what I mean? And so I do very much understand. Well, tell me, what do you think could happen? I mean, and obviously you think your organization could get people more involved in the reality.
Right. Well, I gotta, you know, let's be honest. I mean, I'm not going to be getting young blacks involved as much as some of the other people. Billy Branch is doing a lot of work. He's a harmonica player locally who's working with something called Blues in the Schools through Urban Gateways. And he's actually taking kids at a very young age and teaching them about an important part of their heritage.
Is that right? Okay.
And this is more of an adult education kind of course, but I think it also will grow the market for blues because I think a lot of people are very interested, but they just they don't know B.B. King from Otis Rush. You know?
Okay. Well, I don't either. Tell me what would be the difference? I mean, you know.
Well, Otis is playing kind of a derivative of what B.B. does. Otis Rush is a little bit more of a rough-edged guitar style, but I mean, this is all the kind of things we'd cover in the class.
So we don't.
We give people well, it's